This your boy King the Dream, co-host of the Real Rap Talk podcast, the realest podcast on the block. Y'all tune in.
Look at how dark it went when I hit record. You see that?
You one of y'all got to sit up. What kind of sit up you?
I be using leaves.
Leave my stepson big on leaves. I just got some real gummy shit. And I want to hear it.
We gonna cut that part out. Don't even worry about it. We'll cut that out.
I'm rolling.
Yeah, man.
You know what that means? He said he was rolling.
Look at me, look.
Don't worry. It will not make the cut.
Right.
Trust me. Welcome to Real Rap Talk podcast. I am your host, K Anonymous. We have DJ Incredible in the building.
What up?
We have Keem the Dream in the building.
Scheming.
And we are not going to get into what episode this is.
Nah,
Today it's an ongoing thing every episode.
Just so
we
y'all
don't
know.
know what it is. So today we have a special guest. We have Cimos in the house.
Yo, what up? What's happening in there?
And we have Miss Speaklife in the house.
Peace and blessings.
Yes, peace and blessings. So go ahead and tell our fans a little bit about you.
All right, Cimos, as I was just saying, is an acronym that stands for comfortable in my own skin. I actually do spoken word poetry. I rap. I write music. And inspirational speaking. Basically, in a nutshell, which by the end of this podcast, y'all see, I like to run my mouth, but for the right reasons, and channel it in the right direction.
That's all right. We like intelligent conversation.
You dig?
Miss Speaklife, you want to introduce yourself?
I am Miss Speaklife. I'm a poet. Dabble in rap, not much. I'm not much of a mouth runner, but I do write a lot. So.
Unless you're mad at me.
Yeah, unless I'm mad at him, and then I run my mouth.
Hey man,
What up,
you gotta
folks?
get your emotions out.
Right,
So what
right.
more positive way to do that?
That's right.
So you guys are spoken word artists. So what does that entail?
Spoken word into go ahead, baby.
Basically, we do poetry over beats, mostly over R&B beats or instrumental. I started with no music, just putting my thoughts on paper, and a couple of my friends seen it and they felt they was feeling it, so it started from there. And then I met him and we started doing it over beats.
This is my campaign. I guess we are the black household. The relationship between the black man and woman as is, we got a beautiful black love that thrives on through the bullshit. Yes, we do. But the relationship between the black woman is at an all-time attack.
Yeah, we straight.
You know, you can put an Asian woman, a white woman, a black woman, a Latino, you can put all 5 colors. White included black, brown, red, yellow, and white. All 5 of them together. The black woman gonna be the only one that's gonna be saying, I'm strong. She's gonna be rebellious. And even though that might not be the way to go, I understand how and why. The Asian woman ain't hollering about how strong she is.
But you do understand that that's why men.
See how this topic pulls y'all out like this?
Right.
There's a reason why. See, but look. This is the thing. Let's stop talking about what's going on now and go back. This was combined with you and the black man in mind. There was a man that sat back and planned it and said, look here. And see, nobody wants to go. If this house burned, this little building burned down right now, and a fire inspector walked in here after it burnt down, He has a skill to trace every default from the burn to the source of the fire. That's the only way we're going to remedy and therapy this attack and the crisis of the relationship between the black man and woman. That's the only way we're going to do it. Y'all got to understand, and we got to understand that we did not come this way. The man that y'all want us to be, we never had a chance.
Exactly.
What fine a black man did we do when we both think about it? You stepping off the boat with your man, chained, stripped, raped, sodomized, just like him. And 400 plus years later, you looking at him like, yeah, ain't shit. Wait a minute.
Right.
Let's stop.
Right.
You see, because of a projectivity that's been created in society. It said in the Bible that you can't go in the strong man's house and take his goods unless you bind the strong man through tactics. You might have had, I'm going to give you a detailed hypothetical scenario. You literally had a king and a queen. They literally had been sitting on a throne yesterday, running a whole palace. And the palace then got sacked by neighboring tribes that's working for slave traders that's on the coast. Tell me, bring me some POWs. This is what's happening. Boom, the palace then got sacked. The actual king and queen, the prize catch got brought out there, sold now. The other day, they were sitting on the throne, running and ruling, and she respected him as such. She respected him as such. She wouldn't talk back. She knew that he could snap his finger and people would feel for her whole psychology was different. Now, 400 years later, niggas ain't shit. I'm just saying.
You right.
And
You right.
And y'all calling us names
bitches too.
Right.
Bitches and hoes.
So the objective here is to talk about the little things that went on.
And then
Some of them little things
So
that went
am I
on.
supposed to, when you and I are having a disagreement, or when she's having a disagreement with him, am I supposed to picture the Willie Lynch story?
No.
Or
But-
picture his
okay,
face
okay,
while
can
we're
I-
having an argument because
No.
it ain't you, it's him.
Can I build on this? Can I
No,
build on
some-
this?
Go ahead.
I think it's hard for, like, say, like, you may be a neutral person. Fair is fair, just is just. But you may not be. You understand what I'm saying? It's hard to make that math equal what it's supposed to equal because somebody's going against the grain.
Right.
You have to understand you're coming from an emotional standpoint. And we really don't, some do, but like these new ones, yeah, they ain't
They
their
real
feelings.
emotional.
Real men, we've been taught to
Right.
and be logical thinkers.
Exactly.
So it's logic versus emotion.
Through chaos.
That's a good cartoon. Logic versus emotion. That'll be a good. But anyway, yeah, we it's gonna be it's gonna be chaos.
Exactly.
Unless you take the feelings out of it and fight the battle that it's just like you bring a knife, he brings a gun.
Right.
Who gonna win that?
yeah, but you're talking about what a person sees. So there's a difference between a nigga and a black man. There's a difference between somebody who really ain't shit or somebody that just might have a bad break.
I truly agree.
Yeah.
But I agree, and there's a partiality added to that. You're right. You're right. This is my thing. This is the point that I'm making. When we as black men mate with our black women within the past 30 odd so years, right around the crack era, when we start losing our males, whether through selling or using. You know what I'm saying? Whether they died or went to jail or just went face first into the fight. And you one of them ones, we like, damn, I remember when he was shit. Look at him. We start losing our males.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Then when we start losing our males, they was leaving sons unattended, untaught. You know what I mean? And then the government came through and kept pumping the dough, kept giving us the dough, kept giving us the dough, kept giving us the dough. And so now, eventually over time, you know, like we was just talking about, degrees get taken out of school, certain things that change. Now school costs more in damn near high school.
Yeah.
To go to school, use computer.
And you in debt when you get out of there.
Right, exactly. When you really was learning. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And these brothers growing up, misguided, you know, watching Men's Society, and boy in the hood like, damn, but my dad in jail too. He got locked. I was a baby. Niggas coming around. Well, I remember when he tried to live up to some falsified image because the real mold ain't there. All that. Now, boom. Now the mama, the female got to be the male, and the female, she got to take upon her best to do both images. All that. Time going on. We hitting into the 90s now. Brother got out of jail. He done 11-12. He was back in the 80s, slanging crack in Adidas suits and Kango. Now he done got out, he bald headed, done gained a lot of weight, and he ain't with the bullshit no more. He trying to reconnect and shit like that. He got caught up in a whole wave that was set for him before. Just when Nino and them was like, with this shit here, I'm gonna rule the world. Man, that shit came
that shit gonna change the world?
Right. I mean, let's really delve deep.
Really changed.
So now brothers trying to come through, get a job. It's tough. You know, trying to be a better man, you know what I'm saying, and so forth, whatnot, whether if he actually go, and a lot of brothers do come. I got a homeboy right now. They did Mad Fed Time, sold plenty dope, and right now he take it to the streets every goddamn day in landscaping, cutting grass, talking about leaf. You know what I'm saying? And I used to sell plenty dope with him in my time. So, I mean, the thing that I'm saying is this, so now we want to come reconnect. We're going to be all angry. And I understand, you ain't been there. And now you done pushed all these years without a nigga, without a brother, pardon my linguistics. Yeah, you done pushed all them years without him. Now he coming through. Now the brother coming through, he ain't perfect, but he know a little better now after these years.
Right.
And he coming trying to re-implement some order. That son of yours been probably raised by your sister, your mom. It wasn't too much strong alpha male figures. He indecisive and bitchy. Can't make decisions. I'm not saying he's a bad kid, but he imbalanced.
Right.
So now brother trying to come reinstate. He fighting with the kid. He fighting with you. This whole hoopla. This whole thing. We at each other, but we ain't looking at the government. They said it that way. Nations don't fall overnight. They fall over decades. Rome had time. Rome's corruption started the same way ours did. The Roman police were called centurions. They was the guys that wore helmets like a breastplate. They was doing unlawful execution. Every time they turned around, they would torture and kill somebody. Same thing I am. A Roman done took over so much and done took so much riches and done conquered so much, they had to protect it, and everybody's skeptical. The government was a skeptical government. So the centurions killed anything that didn't represent or go against, you know what I'm saying, the emperor.
Yeah,
And Caesar, until eventually 23 of his own citizens wet his ass up in his office. It's the same. Look at our government. It's coming. So these things from the late 70s to the 80s and the dope dealing and all that, these are pieces to a crumbling fall. War has stages. We're now at what's called the brink. We're at the brink of war. For real. It's really popping off out here in the streets. It's revolutionary shit going on the street. They just publicize what they want.
Right.
You know, but in the midst of that, the sad thing about it is the black family. That shit, started all the way on the plantation. You know what I mean? With the black, that same queen, we get back to her, and that same king, now she ain't got nothing on, all her tail out, breast hanging, all her honor. You know what I'm saying? All her dignity out. She done probably got raped 50 times. All kinds of sadistic acts that happened to her. And her king that she only know, protect her, know that she don't grasp this. That was the first seed of y'all disappointment in y'all. Centuries over time. Now, man, fuck that nigga. He ain't worth a damn.
That's true.
So guess what else happened? When y'all sit and watch us get raped, chained down, pistol at us, beat, sodomized, just beat them into inshallah over time, you're gonna start teaching your son. Don't listen to nothing your daddy say. That man right there, that's the only one still alive. You don't want to do it. Then that generation, after a while, the respect for the man creates a domino effect. You know what I mean? You start teaching your kid after you saw what happened to the father. You're not going to teach your boy to follow him. You're going to teach your boy to stay alive. And eventually, his leader became the same person who tore your man down. Eurocentricity is a disease, a psychological thread that gets so deep into your brain, we don't know how unblack we really are. There are some principles, the black principles, we completely go against.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Certain things, spare the rod, spoil the child. Some of the same rules that was written on the Egyptian wall, we do not follow them. And we wonder why our household's so fucked up. A man get the utmost respect if he's showing improvement. In these situations, if his trying scale leans a little more to the doing better, leave that man alone, get out of his way, stop messing with him. Don't try to raise him, raise your kids.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Women nowadays will have a whole son. 18, 21, 25 years old.
You better say it.
That son hoeing. He got girl in and girl out. She come knocking on the door. You see such and such. He back there with another girl. No, I ain't seen her. You support this with your kid. He banging. You ain't up in his phone. You ain't asking him to come home and such and such. But you got this nigga over here trying to work, have peace of mind. You all up his ass. Your whole boy a whole anarchist. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
These psychological complexes that's flowing in our household. I'm not condemning the black woman. And the reason why y'all immediately start getting on stands when you start talking like this is because also part of that scheme is you were never put up under a magnifying glass. Up until about the time when y'all did y'all's woman civil rights thing, y'all woman right thing. And that was wrong because the civil rights movement was the black man, woman, and child standing together. Yet y'all never had to fight for leadership from a black man that never had leadership over you. But somebody came and told you you need to buck against him. It's the same shit that happened on the
Mr. Welfare.
Right, exactly. You kick him out and stuff. We'll put some stuff out there to get him. So now here it is 2020. Cracker ain't even really popping like that unless you got a lot of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? The 20 seller, and even unless he ride around this car low key with the best crack, and a lot of it in the car, he ain't making no money. That era that came and went.
The streets is dead.
The era that came and went, but the damage is here. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? These boys now they 30, don't got no. You can't talk to them. Then they listening to all of this craziness, sound like heat and sound, and the whole drum, after drum remix. This was what's going on, and so the only way we gonna remedy this, the only way, and that simple ABC 1, 2, 3. It ain't even a whole lot of stuff to talk about. Y'all women need to start loving us. We need to start loving y'all. We need to implement a spiritual aspect to our relationship. Rules, your policies ain't his policies, and his policies ain't your policies. Because what happens now, when y'all disagree with shit, you can go over in your corner and stuff. I don't disagree with that. What can he tell you to get you right if you wrong? And what can you tell him? Y'all got two different beliefs. And when you don't agree and you ain't feeling it, that's it. You become a law unto yourself. That's not an even yoke. You know, the reason why they use the phrase an even yoke in the Bible is because during harvesting time, you had to put a male and a female oxen together. And the reason why you had to put a male, because if you put a male with a male, it's warm. Then he smell a female, he gonna break the neck trying to get to. So they move together. When you put the yoke on their neck, big old cables with a hook so it can tear the dirt up. That's an even yoke. It had to be same positive. That's going on with us. You know what I mean? That's sad. That shit that's happening. Y'all coming, well, all right, I love him for this, such and such. And we like, yeah, I'm feeling that. But soon as shit get thick, our policy, our Bible, whatever your rule is and principle, it ain't the same as his, and vice versa. Now y'all got turmoil, and y'all both trying to implement the one over the other. You just want him to agree with you, and he wants the same thing, but it's not happening because y'all ain't standing on the same shit. But you love each other, sex good, and each y'all got a little bit of money. But are y'all spirits in sync?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Do you believe what I believe in? Will you die for me for the same shit that I died for you for?
Exactly.
I saw, and I saw a German film, an old German film based on the Holocaust. It was some years ago in the penitentiary. Check this shit out. The Nazis then took a German family, and they held them for like 6 to 8 weeks. And every week it was black and white, like a light film.
Yeah.
Every week it was showing how they starved the family. They was getting hungry.
Yeah.
All right. So they concluded by putting a big old table of food and put the daddy on a noose. All right. And he stood him on the thing, and the woman and the kid. What you think that woman done? She kicked it. I can dig that if he say, well, okay, do what you got to do. But if y'all were up in the same policy, ain't no woman finna do that.
Hold on, wait a minute. You got to back. So
the point is this. Up under serious situations, there's only two great gifts you can do for a human being. You will kill for them or you'll die for them. There are no greater gifts. If you can give anybody, that's life or death. In a positive note. I know that's the first thing I saw my newborns. I said, I kill for you, not die for you. I ain't got nothing else to give greater than that. So that right there puts us on the same plane. Our breath we breathe depends on the other. What about with you and your man? What would you die for and what would you live for with this person? All the arguing and the bickering, what is this shit standing on? You know what I mean? You got an Arabic husband and an Arab wife. They know what they ready to die for, given the situation, and they been proving the shit right in front of us.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But see, when shit get thick and ugly, nigga went to jail. Or you might go through, the woman can go through physical changes, lose things in the body. I know, ovarian, you know, it's all kind of stuff, weight loss, gain, all that. He ain't loving each other no more. See, these flimsy ass black relationships we got out here. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm finding.
Because everybody enters in, a lot of people enter into it with their own motive, with their own, like, agenda. Everybody has an agenda.
Due to a lack of African spirituality. Lack of African spirituality. As African people, your spiritual concepts should match. I know, we study, we getting now, within the past 2 to 3 years, we getting more into Egyptian metaphysics.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Comedianologies and all of that.
Alkaline water, eating good,
we started
all that, yes.
Yeah, we actually strive to implement what's called, you know, the principles of Ma'at in our house. You know, that's an old Egyptian concept, or all balance. You know what I'm saying? We trying to do that now. You know, get some balance into your house and do it the right way. But shit is crazy. It's really crazy. And I'm glad to be able to speak like this. I ain't had to speak in a way where I'm, you know, all diplomatic. This shit is crazy. And we fucking up. Yeah. Our households, we're not ongoing. Like you was just saying, we ain't leaving nothing. We selfish. Right. We taking from the generation out. We died. They go broke trying to bury us. Right. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got nothing.
So let me ask you this. So
this is me a paper towel.
You need a paper towel?
I just shaved my head, man. My head will
So dig though. Because there's a cultural issue amongst ourselves. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know their culture.
Yeah.
So all they know is the culture that they've been taught.
Right.
So do you think the unbalance in men and women is because there aren't enough to match up to the ones that actually do know?
Yes. That's what the split is all about. That's why I see, by nature, the crazy thing about it is by nature, women outnumber us men right now about 12 to 1.
Damn, I remember when it was 6 to 1. Now it's 12 to 1.
Yeah, it's kind of like...
Yes, a lot of us.
Yeah, it's a lot of y'all. But what makes it bad is so with those type of numbers, if there's a lot of women, even if they was lost good women, conscious, whatever, sleep, or whatever, there's a lot of women, and then it's a smaller amount of men. And all of those, the majority of those men are being compelled into, quote unquote, niggerism. Mm-hmm. All right, so look at it like this. I go to the grocery store to go get me some bread. And I got Sunbeam, I got the bunny bread, I got Sara Lee, I got mad different brands.
Your bread tastes like pesticides, Sara Lee.
Yeah. But you as
nasty ass bread.
Right, but you as a woman, you ain't got about 2 different kinds either. This or that.
Yeah.
That's true.
We got Walmart brand.
Right.
Great value. You know, and so what happens is it's all combined. It's all a preconceived notion. It's all made to where this stuff was set. They knew 2020 would be looked. And why you think that everything is just coming right on time? Social media, all of this, they just coming right on time. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna give you a good example too. I'm gonna just outset from speaking. The IRS, the CIA, and the FBI was all created the same year at the same time. Just take that with y'all, okay? The money had to be counted. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The communities, the world had to be watched. CIA, Central Intelligence,
and police,
right? Yeah. And the FBI has to police it.
Yeah, combine
them together. You know what I'm saying? Those things in 1914, Woodrow Wilson. That's a hell of an interesting concept. And all of the stuff was all down to J. Edgar Hoover's COINTELPRO program. Mm-hmm. They say that program, after it was done, typed up, written, they say there was enough paper to fill up a room like this here. Mm. It was all kinds of tactics to neutralize military. They don't never want another Huey P. Newton. You know what I mean? They don't never want another era like this. So they'll make it. So like Heat Sound, they've tapped into our #1 channel. Our main thing, black music has reincarnated itself from Negro spirituals, where we was way in the water on the plantation picking the cotton. You know what I mean? And then earlier, scat, bebop, jazz, pop, rock, all that, R&B, old soul, neo soul, all these black genres. It just been going through different reincarnations. But by the time it got to hip hop, where the most rebellious of them generation came out, they say, man, let us give these boys some money. And let's make them feel like the shit that they saying is the shit, so they'll never want to talk about or read up on or study this and this and that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For real. There was a time rapper went gold, he was happy. All of a sudden, we selling 4-5 million freaking copies in 1 week. Where did these resources? Well, how can you even manufacture, print and press that much music from one era to another? Because that's when the parent labels start coming through. You could be signed to Sony Records, listen to a CD by a Sony artist with Sony batteries in the CD player. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? So that's how the damn Jews come right on in and infiltrate.
I didn't even think about Sony batteries. Like,
yeah. You know, they rocking like that. You know what I'm saying? These brothers out here playing. They got their money to their ears. Got their money to their ears.
Since
listening to the dead president.
Since you spoke on the Jews, see me, I was used to different coaches coming to the crib and building with me. And over time, it was less and less and less and less. Then I used to take trips home to Jersey to recharge my batteries.
Right.
Because after a while, it's like my cup get low. I done said all I had to say.
Right.
I got to go refuel.
Right.
But then the refueling back there was like, they ran here with this gang culture.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody talking about nothing no more. So it's like, okay, if I go home just to be around family.
Right.
One point in time, I spoke to my uncle in Atlanta, and I was like, I feel like I lost my spirituality. And he all into the scriptures and shit, reading the Bible. And
scriptures and shit.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm a different animal when it comes to that. But look though, he didn't give me anything to go with. You understand what I'm saying? You're older than me. I've always looked up to you, but now it ain't about the titles. It's about now I really do need something from you, guide me, and he didn't. So I'm like, well, damn, I'm gonna have to go out here and get myself back and find it another way. And it's hard to do it. Boy, it's so hard.
Yeah.
So meeting you, oh, bro, I'm happy.
Yeah, it'd be like that, man.
I'm happy.
So there's your village. That's
Yeah.
When you find somebody that
Because I ain't out here by myself now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta try.
And seeing that,
But you do have to find
and
them.
you being from up north, you know, a lot of the Civil War, man. This is South Carolina.
Right.
You know what I mean? When you watch Gone with the Wind, they were burning down all the way to Charleston. You know, you have manual labor, where people were manually picking the cotton from out of the, plucking it from out the spruce. Whereas up north, you had industrial labor. There were so many immigrants coming in with knowledge of mechanical apparatus knowledge from over there, to where whatever was booming. That's why this era right here is called the industrial boom.
Right.
Whatever was booming, they could make some machine to make it happen faster. Right. Harry Ford didn't create the car. George Washington Carver created the car. Harry Ford just figured out how to mass produce the car.
Right.
And that's how that went.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's another story for another time. But so what happened is now America is really thriving. You know what I'm saying? The Civil War finna pop off. It's been about 300 plus years. America thriving. The South is eating off manual labor and then free labor.
Yeah.
All right, so it's creating and generating such an emotional flux. So you go down Beaufort, Charleston, you'll see houses that's 100-something years old. There was plantation on them houses like palaces.
Yeah.
Literally, big pillars out in the swamps. Them people that's own churches still got land off our hands, off our blood.
You can see a lot of those houses around here.
Yeah,
Yes, you can.
Yeah, when you get
Yeah.
down in Chester, all you see is the cotton field.
Yeah.
Right? So now, when all of these immigrants started to come up north and coming in with all of these making all these apparatuses such as like a cotton gin, Northerners, they didn't have cotton fields up there, but they bought it in bulk. So when they bought it, they had people that picking seeds out there. Like, damn, but they picking seeds out there. We got this machine. They put it in and had a stick with Velcro and spin it around. The seeds will stick to the stick and cotton come off. You just pull the cotton off and then all the seeds be right there. And that saved time and labor. So eventually, as the Senate states started unifying, industrial labor became a battle with manual labor. You actually got junkies cooking your dough for you. Whereas they got to pay somebody to cook it. Hold on, wait a minute. If y'all come up here, we got a whole lab, goddamn it. You feel what I'm saying? So we start running. Hauling ass up north. Hauling ass. With our skills that we had from down there, whether it was carpentry, blacksmith, painting, whatever. Plumbing, early plumbing would start. Slavery getting ready to come to an end. The war finna pop off. It wasn't because somebody felt sorry for us.
Right.
The economical boom versus the industrial boom started. Now the friction. Think about it. Mr. Gilmore got a plantation, 50, 60 acres, fields over here, field meat houses over here. He's making lots and lots of resources. He wake up with 30, 40 slaves to haul at with Harry Tubman. He ain't get no work, man. He losing money. So now he bought them. They got brands on their chest and paperwork like a car. He sent his outlaws, bounty hunters up north to go get them. Now, me, all us, we done escaped. We up north now working in the apprentice center. We over here working in the mill. We working, getting our freedom. Here come the bounty hunter to get you. You know what I'm saying? Now the man that owned the mill, hold on. Pass this, that you keep free. Oh, it was murders and fights all throughout the streets of New York, Philadelphia. People was coming, they wanted their slaves back. And then, by the time voting time, you know, you had Abraham Lincoln that had some black blood in him and the idea, you know what I mean, and bold enough to actually create the Emancipation Proclamation. And over time in the war, you know what I'm saying, was won, and General Sherman versus General Lee. Lee's famous recipe chicken named after him. You know what I'm saying? CCI, the prison in Columbia, used to be his horse stables.
Yeah, then they got Lee's Correctional Facility too.
Right. Yeah, Lee County is named after General Lee. With the same car on Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, the Confederate flag. It was going down. General Lee put you in the mind of Yosemite Sam. He was old Southerner. The cartoon, his image depicted Southern.
Yosemite Sam.
Right. So you know what I'm saying? That's what happened. And so boom, eventually Lincoln had enough but that was a bloody war. The Civil War was crazy. As a matter of fact, we didn't win the Civil War. The North didn't win until they started recruiting slaves. Remember the movie Glory? The 142nd Brigade, the Buffalo Soldiers, what Bob Marley sang about. Yeah, because we knew our ways through jungles to get around shit. Because what was the name, baby? Was it Bunker Hill? Gettysburg. That damn railroad track. Right? Yes, Gettysburg. The railroad track. That the Confederates slowed it off. The Northern soldiers was fucked up down here because they couldn't get no supplies. Well, if not for Gettysburg, we'd probably be waking up slaves today. Yeah, Gettysburg was very important. And that's when the 142nd Blade, them slaves knew how to get around it. You know what I'm saying? The sabotage in that war. And by the time the Southern troops, the Northern troops, Union troops down here was able to get supplies, they won. But they were on Gettysburg was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? The Confederacy took Gettysburg. There's a railroad track. You can look it up. And they got it. But the Civil War is very important. So there's been no more war on American soil other than Pearl Harbor. And you know the towers, the terrorist attack. But there's been no more war since then. That war set the whole economic stage. Up until then, America pressed its own money and inside of its own country until eventually we started the import and export and trading. See, that was another thing. And so back to with the war, the South Carolina, Charleston used to be the capital and stuff because Charleston has a dock on the East Coast called the Longshoreman Dock. And it says on the Atlantic. That dock now is one of the biggest import and export docks on the East Coast, next to the Port of Miami. All right, cars and all kind of shit coming in and out of this dock. But it used to import slaves. One slave was sacked, one Charleston was taken and sacked over. That's why Columbia became the capital. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that was about. Charleston, we used to come right through Charleston. After we was broken and through the Bahamas and the Caribbean, it was a whole trade going. That was a business. Just
so
like
Charleston used to be the capital.
Charleston used to be the capital. Yep.
I ain't know that.
You ain't read that
Charleston
way down there?
No, I ain't
Charleston
read
is-
that.
So when you in South Carolina, when you take just the South period, you know what I mean? This is a hell of a place.
Very
Yeah.
This
I mean, we went to Charleston and the feeling, like it's almost like you can feel the slave spirit.
That's
Yeah.
why I tell him when we
Man,
go
we
through
be riding through
right
Chester,
down here.
all that cotton
You
field.
can feel it.
Oh, I hate
Yeah,
riding
see,
through
we
there.
went.
Yeah.
We went.
Sometimes I literally, I see it.
You ever
Yeah.
take the back way to Columbia on 321?
I might have had.
Man, that's all you see is space and old houses.
old field, yeah.
Old
Yeah.
in the woods, like
Yep.
the ones
Them be
that's
the ones.
in the woods.
You can look in the woods and see
Yeah.
those ones.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I was in school, I was up in New Hampshire. I'm up there. You know, those are different. Those are northern whites.
Right.
And so I had my little rough edge. You know what I'm saying? My man was trying to show me to tone it down, but being around that many white people, you know, I got a lot of diplomacy. I'm a gentleman, but at the same time, I'm a street nigga.
Right.
I'm around all these white folks. They everywhere.
Right.
I'm talking about every black person I saw. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
Wait, we
Yeah,
went to the
word.
mountain. Okay, so we went to the mountains and we didn't see no black people.
Yeah.
And he was like, the first black person I see, I'm gonna walk up and hug them. I'm like, shut the fuck
Look,
up. Like,
look.
get the
And the
fuck
black
out of
woman
here.
pulled up to the gas station. I was like,
bullshit
look,
you not.
I just said, I repeated
Same
what she
thing.
said, and I'm just coming to hug you because I'm a man of my word. And hugged the black woman and went on to enjoy her
I was
motherfucking
like,
vacation.
damn.
Hey, yo, right down the street from where I was crashing, there was a Dunkin' Donuts / Chester's chicken there. And I saw a black dude working at the Dunkin' Donuts. I was on Mexico Hub.
He walked
I saw
inside
there was a black dude.
Yeah.
And then come to
That
find
shit
out,
is important.
come to find out, the brother from Greenville.
Wow.
Damn.
Right. And they were so cool, man. But those northern whites were completely different.
Yeah.
They could be. You go, like I said, you go up there flying a Confederate flag. Well, you remember the parade they had Union flags? They had a parade going down the street from the resort.
Yeah,
Wow.
because that heritage shit, you gotta think. We always speak about the Confederate flag, but we don't never talk about how they feel up there
Yeah,
about what
it
they
was
did
two
and what
flags.
they experienced.
Right.
Yeah.
We always talk about that fucking flag and what it means in the South and all that
Right.
shit. But we don't talk about the flip side of that coin.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna tell you, the white people that's held up there is the fucking Italians.
Yeah.
They're the motherfuckers you gotta watch out
Right.
for.
But you know something? This is a trip, right? This is really a trip, man. You know what I mean? I'm putting this out here for my own life. This is a trip. Every nationality after us, after slaves, came over here and they went through their nigger image.
Mm-hmm.
It was a time when the Asians was niggas. They was not like
Everybody started at the bottom.
They were pictured and big old teeth and eyes.
Yep.
Chinamen. Nobody would eat their food.
And they came
nobody,
on up.
And they
Yep,
came
and
on up.
initiation.
About 20-some odd so years ago, a lot of Hispanics, Mexicans came. They wasn't doing this good at first.
Yep.
They wasn't. They was cramped up in houses. They was taking
Yo,
whatever
remember
work.
they was locking their asses up for not having insurance, and then all of a sudden that stopped.
Now the Mexicans, you don't even see them as much no
Yep.
more. Other than school, they come through grocery shop. They have nice cars. They got little businesses over here and over there. They got shit. Everybody went through their nigga stage. Italians did too.
Yep.
Matter of fact, one of the biggest Italian communities was Queensbridge. Queensbridge was where the Italians stayed until they moved on up out of there. The biggest apartment complex in the country. You know what I mean? I ain't from New York, but I know this to be true.
Right.
Then once the Italians left, and then we got left a lot of big apartment complex, all in the south side of Chicago, those same apartment complex where Good Times allegedly was shot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of immigrants. Those were the government. They knew.
Allegedly. Wait, why you say allegedly?
Allegedly what?
Shot.
Allegedly,
Good times.
allegedly shot. I ain't saying that. What I mean by that is the studio where they shot it might not, but they showed the apartments
Right.
throughout those apartments in South Side Chicago. I forgot the name. They real
Cabrini
big.
Green.
I don't know.
That's where they stayed at a
Right,
good
a
time.
lot of Polish, Irish immigrants.
Yep.
Those were apartment complexes because see, the government had grants for nationalities to come over here. That wasn't the case with us. We was already over here. We built some shit for them to come too.
Yeah.
And
But that created animosity, though. That's why people hated immigrants And they didn't have to
The
pay
way
taxes.
they operated, it only took one of us to try to move into their neighborhood, and they ass would move the
go.
fuck out. They
Yeah.
would leave.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
They
exactly.
would fucking leave.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They'll haul ass. They'll leave. If enough of us start coming, because what it did, it ain't the fact that we was there. It symbolized to them that we started having enough money to live in
Yep.
the same condition.
Yep.
It was a
Right.
money thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
but
So
you-
they take their money and go somewhere else.
And you see that,
got
and you
money
see that
from
with
you.
you see that with country clubs.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
still keep that shit going
Right.
today.
You go to San Tropez now, you see niggas everywhere. There was a time, the white people ain't going to Central. They trying to find places to go and stuff because our money started to match with them.
Even down here, bruh. Like with this Facebook Marketplace app, I'm always going to buy nice shit from somebody who don't want it no more for the low.
Right.
Man, my homeboy Byron said he had to play. He had to get people that's white to buy stuff because they find out that he a black dude. They'll tell him it's so. They did me like that with my car. I was about.
He's
The other day, hold up.
He said that, yes.
You just touched on
Let me
one.
see the answer. I
So
gotta
look.
They
We
was
may
pissed.
have to go somewhere I ain't never been since I've been down here, man. And
Y'all enjoying this?
I'm like,
Y'all enjoying this?
I'm like,
Of
yo,
course.
where the fuck this school come from? I'll be like, yo, these motherfuckers is slick. It's a whole new neighborhood.
I ain't
They're
never
not-
been there
and
before.
here.
And your
No,
And right
period.
here.
Down
Or
here,
Fort
period.
Mill.
Like I may have to go. Like I gotta follow the GPS
Right.
to get to their address, and they staying somewhere I ain't never fucking
That's
seen.
how it was when we went to go get the sofa set.
Right,
I-
right,
we
like
spoke in
that,
church.
just like that.
I never knew nothing. Man, that was deep. They was deep off in the cut.
And
Yeah.
bruh, look, and the comment on the other thing you just said about your peoples, we've been looking for a couch. Look, we was looking for a couch. Now, I'm used to finessing this Facebook thing and getting a discount and bam and bam. That's it. It's the barter system.
Right.
But during this corona time, I said to her, I had like 5 couches lined up. They said something, and then usually the response will come back quick. All of a sudden, somebody else coming to get this couch. And I told her, and I'm like, yo, let me find out these motherfuckers got their head up their ass now. Like my money ain't green no more.
Yeah, he
You
said
know what I
that
mean?
they look through his
But, hey,
profile
yeah,
and
you
pictures
got
and
PJ,
stuff and be
yeah.
like, nah.
petty.
That is petty. Like,
It is.
money is green. Like, that's
Yeah.
it. It doesn't matter.
And look, you
He
could
said that about that car.
you could have just posted this shit 5 minutes
took
ago.
around.
Somebody
Somebody got it that
that
fast.
fucking fast, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I was wanting the G.
But the thing about it is, he called her. Did you call her on Messenger? Or you called her? Did she give you her number?
Yep. And while I was calling, they were posting it somewhere else.
Yeah, she posted it in another group.
That's how they do.
That's how they do.
That's how they doing now.
that shit is
Yeah.
So
crazy.
you know, so see, that's the thing. See, racism is by far way more evolved from the nigga calling me a cracker, or you don't want me to sit in the front of the back
It's
of the bus.
very subtle
Racism is way more subtle now.
Mhm.
You know, a
Yeah.
lot of times I'm gonna tell you, this is something I experienced. I'm a few little months away from being certified in culinary arts. So throughout my years, after doing 14 years, all I did is work in the kitchen. So what happens is I'll go and work in these kitchens. Mind you, I did 14 years, so the whole attraction to cooking, even though I always knew how to cook because I was raised up in it, but came from working in prison kitchens.
Right.
So now I come out here and I start channeling, learning actual industrial kitchen skills, you know what I'm saying, all food safety, all that. I take it upon myself to do all that. So now what happens is now I come in there, I'm the black guy. The way I look, I'm 257 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I got a bald head, a scruffy beard, scars and tats all on me, my voice deep. You know what I'm saying? Like Cat Williams said, he got a little hair on his face. Ain't no pussy. You know, so now my relationship with a lot of white people, what happens is my relationship with them becomes kind of like an intimidated, pretentious thing. You know what I mean? Like I'm their big ogre. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I used to just play into it. And sometimes I come in and talk to them, what's wrong with you? You know what I mean? But I would subliminally sling that shit back at them and let them know in their own way, like, look, yeah, okay, I'm here to work, but I ain't no porch monkey. You know what I'm saying? I'm not your entertainment, the big black guy.
Right,
Hey, the biggest guy.
right,
Hey, big guy,
right.
you know, fella. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sitting around like an ogre, protecting your kingdom.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck you.
Yeah.
Turn your back. I'm gonna take all of it. Yeah, you know what I mean? So you know what I'm saying? The racism is like that. You know, like one time I kid you not, and yo, this little white girl ain't gonna call her name. At my job, I had with the steaks. This was crazy. The steaks were actually vacuum sealed steaks. 3-4 vacuum and pack. So you gotta cut it with a knife and
Right.
pull them out. They fresh. Throw them right on the grill. You even got to wash them. So I'm like, yo, man, dude was busy, so the white girl had the pack of steaks. I had the knife. I said, man, hold this, let me cut it. I lift the knife up. I said, oh, God. She drops in the steaks now. She turned around.
That
oh, my
image.
God. She said, I just can't do it.
Yep, that
She
image.
said it. She said, I said, the big black guy with a knife. You just couldn't. Every time I see her, I swing the knife around. Come out. She'd look at me to where she had to get right.
Yeah.
But that psychological, sit that thread in your head, like, I ain't finna stab you,
Yeah.
catch your whole life sentence. Do you actually think that I have the audacity? I am intelligent.
Right.
I'm civilized.
Right,
I ain't finna beat on my
right.
chest and stomp you to the ground.
Right.
I'll take my ass home and y'all can do
But
it.
somebody put that in her head, man. So it's psychological
Right.
damage
They
on
be
both
amazed.
sides.
Yeah.
They be like totally amazed that you're intelligent. You start speaking on given subjects.
Yeah.
And being able to spell, I'm a dad, I got a son, I need to answer everything so he don't get it from nowhere else.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
call me what you want to call me. You know what I'm saying? So then you start speaking, yeah, I think this is my view, so such and such now.
Yeah.
You know, so man, that don't mark me. I'm just a civilized man,
Right,
and I speak
right.
like one.
Right.
I'm not marked. I'm not different. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it'd be crazy.
But
like
you are
that.
different though.
Yeah, I mean,
But you
Different
are
than what they
different.
used to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
You
but-
are different.
So the white world and the black world, a lot of people, you know, they got this thing. We all no. You know what I mean? No. Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
Let's seriously. Let's really be realistic. You know what I'm saying? And so you know, a lot of people got a tendency to say, well, you know, everybody got the same opportunity. Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to major institutions, and an institution, what an institution is, prisons are institutions. Schools are institutions. Hospitals are institutions. Major institutions that we have erected that gives us say-so in the sway of a society. You know, we just getting to the point to where we own in banks and institutions. Institutions are not just some building that do something. Institutions has a sway. If there's a hospital, if there's a hospital in the town, and that's a good hospital, that hospital provides jobs, that hospital attracts interns, that hospital, it's going to thrive.
Right.
People get, so many babies in the society get born there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people that didn't make it and died got good health care at that hospital. You have a will on them. So I don't want to hear that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We give us, if that's not the case, what we ain't finna do be begging for crumbs.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Leave it up to me, really, seriously. You know what I mean? Even though it's a utopian dream and idea, leave it up to me. I snap my friend, we just go home, start back over.
Right.
Let y'all figure it out over here.
Right.
Hands down.
Right.
Don't bother us, we don't bother you.
Right.
Hands down. You get right, we get right, we'll trade.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we let's get our shit. That's what they're scared of. This is a fact.
Yeah.
It's 60 seconds in a minute. Times 3, 180 seconds. 3 minutes from east to west coast. If no black man got up and did absolutely nothing, this country will fall. You know what I'm saying? Like literally. Nobody
Absolutely.
don't push a button on the computer. Don't go to work. Just sit for 3 minutes.
And I
By the
think
time
they
you
said,
get to the 10th, they'll be begging us for what we
I
want.
think they said the math was like in the trillions. Yeah, in the trillions, we would make them lose that much money, and people
Yeah.
Minutes.
people like yo, they don't care about yes the fuck they do.
Yeah.
They want
Right.
our money.
Yes,
Like,
they do.
I've
Hell,
seen
the
stuff-
black
They want our money.
the black dollar
Yeah.
is
That's
the most
why they
gangsterest
open
dollar
up
of all.
stores in our neighborhoods. They want our money.
Yeah.
And restaurant.
Hey,
Yeah.
and something else I want to touch base on. I ain't gonna hold you too long.
Okay.
But you talked about the crack era, and here's what I noticed
Yeah.
when it comes to money. Before the crack, you had people doing things like all the way back in the day, slanging a little heroin, little toot here and then, weed and shit like that, right?
Toot.
But But we played with each other for love.
Right.
That's my friend.
There
Like
was still
that was
respect
genuine. Right. I try to tell people we ain't had money long. Like you had certain black folks that were well off.
Right. Yeah.
It wasn't common.
Yeah.
Right.
There was
Poor
a few
was poor.
there was a few millionaires in the 1700s,
Exactly.
1800s, but they were rare.
Exactly.
Rare.
So what I try to get people to
They still couldn't
understand,
control it, buddy.
we don't know shit about money. Like you might get some people
Right.
who get right. We don't know. That's why we fuck it off. So what they learned was, hey, get them motherfuckers glad. Get them motherfuckers the money because they're going to turn around and give it right back
Give
to
it
us.
right back.
This is a new form of slavery.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
That's how they pimped the game.
You're right.
It wasn't so much as the drugs. We going to kill off these motherfuckers.
Right.
But the ones who want to be like us, and you think about it, we started doing our kids the way they did their kids. Because I took my kids in the fucking Walmart. You'll see a little white kid having a temper tantrum. I turn around and look at my kids and be like, I'll beat your motherfucking ass. Don't you never. But I put it there. That's my boogeyman for you.
Right. Right.
Don't you never. I don't do public embarrassment.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Because see, I will shut this whole shit down if I have to go off.
Right. Sometimes you
And-
let them
and-
go, they go, but you know when you finna pop there.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
this, shut it down.
Exactly.
Don't even take your lip back in. Plus loose your arms.
And it's very few mamas that's gonna do that. She might be fucking him up for the wrong reason. You know what I mean? Because of
he
her
look
nigga
like his
or
daddy.
yeah, some
Yeah.
stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
Not for the reasons like it's psychological warfare with a man and a child.
Right.
A lot of women don't understand that because we already know what the next move is.
Right.
We're playing chess, he's playing checkers. Over time, he'll get it. Like, I fuck my kids up, but I explain to them and I give them game. You understand? Understanding is a very powerful thing.
Yeah.
If you give it to them and they understand it, they ain't sitting in the room crying for 4 or 5 hours because they think they done been abused. No, I fucked up.
Right.
Daddy right. And these are things that they have to work on. And we need to produce these kings and queens a hell of a lot faster.
Right.
Because our time coming
Right.
up and we don't know what the fuck coming after us.
Man, I'm enjoying fatherhood, but I'm right now. I say it, and I be wondering if my old lady think I'm crazy. But I be like, I can't wait till he get old enough where I can put a rifle in his hand and say,
Right, right.
You know, no more than the African warrior gave his son a spear at a particular.
Right, that's
Right.
a rite of passage.
Right.
Yeah.
Right,
And
exactly.
that's how I look at it. I don't
Yeah.
think
Right.
Yeah.
You know, here we is.
He do the same
Here
thing.
we is. Here we is. We can't raise our kids for this era. We can't. That ain't what. We can't raise our kids for this era. We got, like, for example, we had our son when we was 37 and 41. Here we is now 37 and 42. Here we is now 42 and 47. He 5.
Right.
So which means that 20 years from now we'll be 62 and 67 and he'll be 25.
Right.
And that at that point, for me to have foresight to use my third eye and look into the future and make a better, righteous decision of how I'm gonna do and what I'm gonna do with myself. At that moment, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 2 things. I'm gonna train him for survival, considering what's going on in society now. And he's gonna really need some military training. And I'm gonna keep myself healthy and alive. Them 2 things. That's the best thing I do. Lately, the past couple of weeks, man, I done cut my food consumption down. I'm fruit, spinach.
Yeah, you never know. You might have to let off a couple of shots.
Yeah.
I feel you.
So that's, I'm doing that, man, and I'm teaching my son now. Like, I got a live on my page. Now I'm constantly asking, what is revolution? Change. Change is for who? The people.
Right.
What side are you on? Righteous. I'm dropping little SIM cards in his mind.
Right.
Just like society gonna try to do. We gotta raise conscious kids.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Raise daughters to actually have the desire to go and find a strong husband.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with holding yourself. All that shit they doing over there is whack as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look, go make yourself presentable for a man that can kill for you, die for you, protect you, feed you. He can go hunt. This nigga can fish.
Exactly.
He can go and take the twigs off a tree and build you a house. His hands are powerful. He got God knowledge. Go find that. You know what I'm saying? And look for that. And don't fall, don't ever, and be a strong wife beside. Yeah, that's what if I had a daughter. But you know, that's where we at, man, in our society. We fucked up in that era. Where these boys, because boys are we the leaders. We the leaders, we the heads, the backbone.
Yo.
But these boys going up feminine, emasculated.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And they like lack of male, that whole crack girl took us away. You know?
We may have to go back to when they were what they called arranged marriages.
Yeah.
Right.
We might have to. Gonna have to start doing that
Totally.
shit.
I totally.
Facts. Like, look, man. You know you solid. I'm solid. My daughter, your son. Let's start here. We might have to go back to that
totally
shit.
Agree.
Yeah.
Real talk.
He ain't raising
I
no
totally
marriage
agree.
for me.
See, that's the
that's
thing.
You don't pick
and
my
I
husband.
hear him, and I agree with him, but I'm trying to wrap my mind
Right.
around how would that work?
Right.
Like, would you really love that person?
Right.
Like, you're not in it for
Look
love.
at
You're in
what
it for
year
stability.
we're in.
It's
You
about
in-
survival.
The
about
ongoing
survival.
progression of
It
the
ain't
race.
about
Right.
about the American dream
Right.
and the love story. It's about survival.
Right.
Once we start, cause look, in the ghetto, I might have to kill him for survival.
Right.
He might have to kill me for survival.
Right.
So it ain't to say that we can't do it. We can't survive.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It ain't like he killing me. He might go to jail for the rest of his life. That's 2 sacrifices. That math don't add up.
Right.
So yes, we need to do that because we gonna sacrifice
I've been telling her
one
that.
way or the other.
Yeah.
You either gonna catch
Yeah,
this
yeah.
L or you gonna catch this W.
Yeah.
Right.
It's about how you want where you want the
We got-
bullet.
We need to link up. We need to link up. We need to mate our children.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The right good people. We need to do stuff like that. Watch this. You can take 100 educated males and 100 educated females. We got 100 couples. Both of these children, they were raised because we had 100 parents. They just picked, these are kids. Now they're raising, each 100 couples are saying, look, we need y'all to mate and produce a child within this year. We, the elders, will endorse whatever 100 y'all give.
Right.
And we need the 20-year investment.
Right.
All right, we need a lawyer out of there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We need a doctor from up out of there. We need a spokesman from up out of there. We need a military. We need these from up out of
And
this
it's just
100
that
crew.
goddamn easy.
You see what I'm saying? And in 20 years, you know what I mean? Now, what they doing is out of that 100, along the way, that 100 is promoting one thing. Watch this. See, it's so simple. The money and thinking. Money and thinking go together like rice and gravy. So, okay, if you take 100, if you take 1 million black people, 1 million black people from January the 1st to December the 31st, 1 million black people take $1 and put it in the bank. That's $365 million. 720 plus in 2 years. Million. Almost a bill in 2 years. We create these children in 20. You know what I mean? It's going to be conspiracies. This COINTELPRO going to come at us. But we raising our children to fight this way. Once we make them go, we buy this land. We actually got security. This is what Nation of Islam doing. You know what I'm saying? They do the same thing.
I mean, other religions do it.
Of
Like
course.
other
Other
religions,
cultures do it, period.
other
Shit.
cultures do it.
But
They
we
do
don't.
arranged
And
marriages
why don't we?
Yeah.
Why don't
Because
Asians
we
do it.
have
Asians
been,
big on it.
Lack of trust. We don't
and
trust each other.
Indians,
Go back to the
Yeah.
plantation.
We don't trust each other.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
It seems like everybody is scamming, and me, I'm like this here. I ain't no saint. I did my crime, but I'm an intelligent criminal. I did what I had to do, and I got out.
Right.
My
part
thing
will be
is,
cut out as well.
my thing is, I wanted to earn people's trust.
Right.
That was important to me, because I knew what the fuck I did. I knew what I was. But coming out of that darkness into the light, it's like, okay, you know, a lot of people get bothered because I'm street and intelligent. And I get that a lot.
Right.
I'm like, you might act funny towards me, and I'm like, nigga, you know what I mean? Yous I done seen throughout my childhood. Like, I seen a nigga like you when I was 4 on the playground.
Right.
Like, this ain't new to me. But how I'm like, I'm here we can help each other.
Yeah.
And I see here. Ain't saying it ain't happening nowhere else, because my new growth started here, so I'm speaking about here. I could be around somebody, brother, and I'm an only child. I done had this. I ain't had that big cousin to go get. I ain't had that big brother to go get. Nigga, I had to fight
Right.
and make it to the crib and keep my rep intact in the neighborhood. There wasn't no running for me. So I can see people here and try to build with them. And you'll get one. You'll get one. Talk like he got some sense and you think everything going, and then you, like, it's like I want to invest in you. You understand, brother? And then somebody from somewhere done put some poison in his head, and then he don't answer the phone. I'm like, dude, 20 years of this shit that I've been dealing with, man. I'm like, bro.
I know exactly where you come from. It'd be tough.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I know when you actually have a vision. You know, that's if God had, however, whoever was God was within y'all's knowledge. If he had man laid out on the table and he was creating him, the best thing to me, all the little faculties and beautiful compartments he made of man, human beings, men and women, the best thing that he could have ever did for us, that's what make us grow, that's what make us thrive, is give us the ability to see things before they happen.
Yep.
Foresight.
I tell her that's my gift.
Actually foresee, being able to foresee and look for, if this, all you're doing is really mathematics.
I was about to say, well,
So you add this plus this, the output equation, it's going to equate to this.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's that. And so ancient men were so good at it millenniums ago. That's how they wrote prophecy that came true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You start looking at things from a collective whole. You seeing where humanity headed,
Right.
how it's gonna sway. You seeing who gonna take over soon, and things like that. You can start writing the prophet. You can start writing resolutions. Yeah, it's our ancients been writing it on the text. Been writing it on the wall. Look, this is what's to come. This is what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna need this and this and this and these times. And one of the most beautiful things about the Bible, out of all, you know, you getting and interpreting the scriptures, that's a whole other story. But the whole concept of Revelation is when the war ends and the lion laid down with the lamb. You know what I mean? That's how they basically, it ended like that.